For thousands of years, history told us one story: that humanity rose slowly, that civilization followed a clear path, that nothing advanced existed before the known ancient world. Then, the ground cracked open. Beneath layers of forgotten earth, scientists uncovered something that should not exist. Massive stone structures, perfect geometric streets, technology far beyond its supposed time. And according to every timeline we trust, this civilization lived thousands of years before the first known societies. Before Egypt, before Mesopotamia, before history itself. At first, researchers believed it was a mistake, a misdated ruin, a natural rock formation, a misunderstanding. But carbon dating told a terrifying truth. These ruins were older than any civilization ever recorded, older than agriculture, older than writing, older than the very idea of organized human society. And yet, whoever built this place knew mathematics, astronomy, engineering, precision no primitive culture should possess. Even more disturbing, the city was not small. It stretched for miles, with plazas, road systems, water channels, a metropolis hidden from the world. As news leaked out, scientists began asking the unthinkable. If history says civilization began 6,000 years ago, who built this 12,000 years ago? And why was every trace of them erased? Because what they were about to uncover next would challenge everything humanity believes about its own origins. The discovery happened by accident. A satellite survey meant to map underground water sources revealed strange rectangular shadows beneath the desert floor. Perfectly aligned. Too perfect to be natural. Excavation teams were sent in. Within days, stone walls emerged. Then staircases. Then enormous carved platforms. And finally, a fully buried city. Tools found on site showed metalwork centuries ahead of its time. Stone blocks weighed hundreds of tons, cut with impossible precision. No chisel marks, no primitive fractures. As if the stone had been shaped using technology we still struggle to explain. But the most chilling evidence lay deeper underground. Buried tablets, covered in symbols no known language matched. Not Egyptian, not Sumerian, not anything recorded. Linguists were stunned. This was a lost writing system, proof of a forgotten people. Nearby scientists uncovered human remains. But something was wrong. Their skulls were larger than modern humans. Their bone density unusually strong, as if these people were physically different, adapted, engineered, or evolved separately. Carbon dating confirmed the nightmare. Over 12,000 years old, at a time when humans were supposed to be simple hunter-gatherers. Yet here was a sophisticated society with urban planning and advanced knowledge, which raised a terrifying question. If civilization existed back then, what wiped them out? Because the next layer of soil held signs of sudden destruction. Burned buildings, flood debris, collapsed structures, evidence of a massive catastrophic event. Something powerful enough to erase an entire advanced culture from history. And scientists were about to realize, this disaster may not have been natural. Mainstream scientists rushed to explain it. Some claimed the dates were wrong. Others said it must have been a rare early settlement that developed faster than expected. But none could explain the technology, the precision, the writing system, the city scale. Then came the alternative theories. One suggested a forgotten global civilization existed before the last ice age, wiped out by a massive climate catastrophe, a flood, meteor impact, or rapid sea level rise. Legends across the world suddenly seemed familiar. Atlantis, the great flood stories, lost golden ages. Could these myths be distorted memories of this ancient world? But others went further. Much further. Some researchers noticed the city aligned perfectly with astronomical events. Solstices, star constellations, planetary cycles, knowledge requiring long-term observation and advanced calculation. Almost as if someone taught them. A shocking theory emerged. What if this civilization wasn't humanity's first attempt at advanced society, but the second? Or third? What if history is a cycle? Civilizations rising, collapsing, being erased, over and over again. And the most disturbing idea of all, what if the catastrophe that destroyed them was caused by technology they themselves created? An ancient disaster? An early experiment gone wrong? A prehistoric self-destruction? Because certain melted stones at the site resembled the effects of extreme heat, hotter than volcanic eruptions. Similar to nuclear blast patterns, thousands of years before nuclear weapons should exist, which left scientists asking, did ancient humans unlock dangerous power long before us, and are we repeating their mistakes? The discovery shattered the timeline of human history. Textbooks began changing. Scholars argued worldwide. Entire theories of civilization's origins collapsed overnight, because humanity was no longer seen as slowly rising from primitiveness, but possibly inheriting a world shaped by lost advanced cultures. If one ancient civilization existed, how many more remain buried, under oceans, under jungles, under deserts, waiting to be discovered? And the biggest question of all, why were they erased so completely? No stories, no clear records, almost as if history itself had been reset. Some scientists now believe massive global disasters happen in cycles. Every few thousand years, civilizations reach technological peaks. Then something wipes them out, leaving only fragments. Could we be approaching the next reset? Could climate change, war, or artificial intelligence be our version of the ancient catastrophe? And perhaps most chilling, if advanced humans existed before us, what knowledge did they possess that we've forgotten? Energy sources, engineering secrets, understanding of the universe, lost forever, or maybe hidden intentionally. Because one haunting thought remains. What if this civilization didn't disappear by accident? What if someone or something made sure they were erased? And if that force exists, who decides when humanity's turn ends? Because buried beneath our feet, history may not be a beginning, but a warning. The deeper scientists dug into the ruins, the clearer the pattern became. This civilization was not isolated. Trade materials from distant continents appeared within the city layers, proving global contact long before modern navigation existed. Copper from mountains, shells from oceans, obsidian from volcanoes thousands of kilometers away. This meant something extraordinary. These people traveled vast distances, or someone traveled to them. Road systems extended beyond the city's borders, disappearing beneath sand and jungle. Satellite imaging later revealed dozens of similar buried sites scattered across the planet, all aligned with the same astronomical grid. It was no longer a single lost civilization. It was a network, a forgotten global culture. Each city shared identical architecture, identical measurements, and identical symbols carved into stone, like blueprints reused across continents. Engineers today were stunned by the precision. Every structure followed mathematical constants not officially discovered until modern times. Even more chilling were the energy-like channels beneath the streets. Some appeared designed to conduct heat, others water, others something unknown. Theories emerged that these cities may have used natural energy fields, geothermal systems, or lost technologies that functioned without combustion or electricity as we understand it. A civilization clean, advanced, sustainable, which made their destruction even more mysterious. If they weren't primitive and weren't struggling, why did everything collapse? Geological layers showed evidence of sudden global upheaval. Massive floods hit multiple regions simultaneously. Temperatures spiked beyond normal climate shifts. Ice cores from polar regions confirmed a violent event around the same era. Something big happened. Some researchers believe a comet impact triggered worldwide chaos, melting ice sheets, raising sea levels, and drowning coastal cities in days. Others argue volcanic supereruptions could have darkened skies for years, collapsing agriculture. But none fully explain the extreme heat marks found in certain ruins. Stones fused together, sand turned to glass, structures flash melted. This kind of damage requires temperatures hotter than most natural disasters, which returned scientists to the uncomfortable possibility. Technology may have played a role. Not modern weapons, but powerful energy systems. Perhaps the civilization experimented with forces beyond their control. Perhaps their achievements triggered a chain reaction that reshaped the planet itself. And the survivors? Some archaeologists believe the few who lived passed down warnings through myth. Flood stories, fire from the sky, civilizations punished for reaching too far. Not fantasy. Memory. Encoded history. Which means humanity's ancient legends may not be imaginary after all. They may be echoes of a real catastrophe. A lost golden age destroyed in a single generation. And if that's true, then everything we call ancient history is simply the aftermath of collapse. a reboot of civilization, which leads to the most terrifying thought yet. If advanced cultures existed before and vanished, what makes us believe we are different? As evidence mounted, one realization shook the scientific world. Human progress may not be a straight line. It may be a cycle. Civilizations rise, technology accelerates, power expands, then something resets everything, over and over again. Researchers began identifying similar patterns across geological history. Roughly every 10 to 12,000 years, Earth experiences dramatic climate shifts, mass extinctions, and sudden upheavals, the same time frame as the lost civilization. Coincidence no longer felt likely. Some scientists now argue that advanced societies may naturally push their environment to a breaking point. Energy demands grow, systems strain, catastrophes follow. Others believe cosmic forces play a role. Asteroid swarms, solar storms, magnetic field disruptions, events capable of collapsing global infrastructure instantly. Our ancient predecessors may have faced the same vulnerabilities we face today. Connected systems, advanced tools, dependence on fragile networks. When their collapse came, knowledge vanished with them. Libraries destroyed, engineers lost, technologies forgotten. All that remained were stone fragments and whispered legends. Sound familiar? Modern civilization is more interconnected than ever before. Power grids span continents. Satellites guide navigation. Digital systems control food, water, and security. One massive disruption could send society back centuries. And unlike the ancient world, we rely almost entirely on technology to survive, which raises an unsettling question. Are we unknowingly following the same path? Some scholars now refer to our era as a pre-collapse peak, where innovation accelerates faster than wisdom. Artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, and energy experiments grow more powerful each year. Tools that can reshape the planet, or destroy it, just as unknown technologies may have done in the distant past. What if our lost ancestors believed they had mastered nature too? What if they felt unstoppable, until suddenly, they weren't? The ruins left behind stand as silent proof that intelligence alone does not guarantee survival. Civilization is fragile, and history may not be kind to those who ignore its warnings. The most haunting aspect of the discovery is not what was found. It's what wasn't. No clear records of the final days. No explanation of the disaster. No message to the future. Almost as if everything happened too fast to document. Which suggests collapse can come without warning. One moment of stability, the next extinction. And now, humanity stands at its own technological peak. More powerful than ever before. More vulnerable than ever before. The buried cities whisper across time. They tell a story not of mystery, but of consequence. That progress without balance leads to ruin. That every civilization believes it will last forever, until it doesn't. Because somewhere beneath the earth, our future may already be written, not as a triumph, but as another lost chapter, waiting to be rediscovered by whoever comes next, just as we uncovered those who came before us.